All right, here we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District Boys Soccer action. Tonight's matchup has the John Hardin Bulldogs taking on the homestanding North Hardin Trojans. Go down our starters tonight. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard, Ahmad Hamad, Ferris Katout, Jake Owens, Michael Sweeney, Ethan Pena, Laith Hasune, Corey Francis, Anthony Swift, Manolo Roman, Eric Romero, and keeper tonight for the Bulldogs will be Jacob Weiss. For North Hardin, their starters, Josh Burns, Brian Gearing, Rakai Handley, Braden Heron, Zeke Horn, Jaden Matthews, Aaron Muhammad, Phil Merle, Jerry Palumbo, Harold Rugama, and in goal tonight for the Trojans will be Joey Stankovic. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. For North Hardin, they come into tonight's ballgame under Coach Jim Stone, 11-3-1 on the year. These two teams met back on August 23rd. North Hardin victorious 7-1 over the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs under Coach Daniel Ruiz come in 2-9-1 on the season. Thursday night, we will be back on the air. We'll be at Elizabethtown as the Elizabethtown Panthers will host these North Hardin Trojans, the 17th District Boys action. Mr. Jeff Macy will be bringing you that action. And then Friday night football, it'll be Elizabethtown hosting Thomas Nelson, and Coach Paul Gray will bring you all of that action. They're finishing up the introductions now. Up next for the Bulldogs of John Hardin, they'll be back in action Thursday night as they will hit the road and they will travel to Nelson County, take on the Cardinals. That game's scheduled for 7:30. For the Trojans, their next ball game will again be Thursday as they will travel to take on 17th District foe Elizabethtown. That one scheduled to start at 7:30. To finish out this week, we already talked about Thursday we'll have boys soccer, Friday football. Next week, 3 games on the schedule. It's the last week before fall break. Tuesday night it'll be boys soccer as E-Town travels to Central Hardin. Next Wednesday it'll be North Hardin at John Hardin in volleyball action. And then the 30th, Friday, it'll be Barron County at Central Hardin in football action. Over the fall break, we will have the boys and girls 17th District tournaments. We will have all of those games here on HCEC-TV. Check your local listings as the standings coming to an end this week, as all 17th District matchups should be completed by Friday of this week. It is senior night here at North Hardin. A ceremony before the warm-up period. I believe there were 11 North Hardin seniors. Looks like it'll be John Hardin who will open with the first possession of the game. A hot day today. Temperature was in the upper 80s earlier today. The sun has set now, has started to cool down just a little bit. We'll play it back. Up on the far side, throw in for the Bulldogs. Thrown down the line. They were trying to get that to Sweeney. Quick throw in by the Trojans. Matthews now with it near the middle of the field. He's going to play it back to Merle. Plays it back to Burns. Burns down the center of the field. Muhammad now with it for the Trojans. That one comes out. Ahmad with it. He'll play it back to Katout. Towards the middle. Swift plays it back out to Katout. Just kind of playing it back and forth now to be Owens. Kicks it, went off of a Trojan. One bounces through. Ball bouncing around. It'll be cleared out by the Bulldogs. Gearing gathers it in for the Trojans. He'll send it back to Handley. Now to Muhammad in the middle, back to Burns. The far side, Handley trying to keep it in. It'll go out and be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Burns will send this back to Stankovic. He's going to send it out the other side to Merle. To Matthews. And go down there. Foul. It'll be a John Harden free kick. Looks like Owens will take this one. Headed high into the air. I believe that was by Merle. On the far side. And then Stankovic will come out. He'll clear it from there. Ball the way back up the field. Pena takes it to the outside. They'll go out, throw in for the Bulldogs. Went off a Trojan. Owens now with it for the Bulldogs. Send it to the outside. A little too far for Katout. It's kept back in by Ahmed. Heron now with it. He'll play it back to Matthews. Now to Muhammad. Romero giving chase. Now back towards the middle. Matthews gets possession back for the Trojans. Back to Burns. Burns down the right side. Weiss will pick it up from there. Hanley will keep it near midfield. Gary now with it for the Trojans. Drop it to the outside for Handley. That one's sent forward. Handley again with it. Plays it to Merle. Rugama now with it. Tried to turn inside, gotten back by the Bulldogs. Rugama again with it. Handley to Colombo, outside to Horn. It'll be popped into the box. Katout going to gather this one in. That'll go out, be a throw in for the Trojans. Merle will take this one. Oh no, actually he kept it in. Burns trying to get to Horn, comes back. Muhammad now with it for North. To Rugama. Heron now with it for the Trojans. To Rugama again. Poked away that time by Swift. Hamad with it on the outside. And then Muhammad back to Burns for North. Back and forth. No one really with a shot on goal so far. Muhammad sends it outside for Merle. He's going to send it down the middle. He's going to get to the other side. Hanley is there. Off his chest. Tries to kick. No good. And it goes over the end line. That'll be a goal kick for John Harden. Back there was Roman, who escorted that one out of bounds or over the end line. Wheats will take this goal kick. And heads it straight up in the air. Catout sends it back towards the middle. Muhammad to Matthews. Back to Burns. To Matthews. Stops there. Comes back towards the middle of the field. Trujillo will play it back to Rashid. Across to Burns. He's going to chip it in. Trying to come to the left side. Merle running up. That one's going to get over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Up the far side. Trujillo with it for the Trojans right at midfield. Gives it off to Muhammad. Gearing now has it. Gets out in front of him. Hamad comes back for some pressure for the Bulldogs. Hasuni now with it for the Bulldogs. Trying to get it to Francis. That one will come out. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Out will throw this one in. Owen sends that one. That'll go out. Throw in for the Trojans. Popped in the air. Romano there for the Bulldogs. Trojans keep possession. Romano gets it back. Gives it off to Swift, and it's Muhammad who takes it back for the Trojans. That'll be a throw in North Hardin. Merle comes forward to take this one. Be kicked out by the Bulldogs. Another throw in North Hardin. Merle again to throw this one in. Owen sends it down the right side. Gets it to Francis. That'll be a handball. Free kick for the Trojans. Jabari Rashid will take this one. This one shot towards the left side of the goal. Weiss comes over, gets the save. Weiss will punt this one away. Francis, and we're going to have an offside. So it'll be a free kick for the Trojans. Burns now with it. Francis comes up, gets an outside. Yes. Handley now with it. Back outside, it goes out. Throw in for the Trojans. Parms will throw this one in. Quick throw in. Almost into the box. Owens heads it back out. Another throw in, North Hardin. Parms again will throw this one in. 29:15 to go in the opening half, 0-0 between the Trojans and the Bulldogs. Handley back to Parms. Parms now going to send it to the far side. Coming up is Merle. Got a head on it, but that's going to get away from him and roll over the end line and be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Taken right back by Heron. He takes it into the box, and he's going to try to center it. Bounced around. I believe it's Hasune now clears it. Actually, sorry, that wasn't. That was Pena that cleared it. Merle gets it back, though, for the Trojans. Pena again sends it out. Romano now with it for John Hardin. Merle gets it right back for the Trojans. Turns it around. And that'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Tout gets it into Owens. Merle now will send it back down the field. Heron now with it for the Trojans. Right at the top of the box. Bounced around. Matthews gets there. That one kicked away that time by Sweeney. And sent back up the field. Rashid will gather this one in. Sends it to Burns in the middle of the field. Handley with it on the far side. He crosses. No one there to pick up. That'll go all the way through and be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. Tout sends it down the line. Muhammad gets there for the Trojans, back to Matthews. Now Gearing with it. And Owens gets it back for the Bulldogs. Towards the middle of the field, Trujillo there along with Matthews. Trujillo will play it back to Merle. Back to Rashid and across to Burns. The far side. Handley has that one poked away. Romano with it. He's going to send it down the center of the field. Francis races over there, but Stankovic will come out and pick it up as it crosses into the box. He'll roll it out the other side for Rashid. She's going to send it down the middle. It's one hop, two hops, and Weiss will pick it up. Out, throw in for the Bulldogs. Ahmad will come in and throw this one in. Back to Gatout. To Hasune. For Ahmad, but that goes out. It'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Merle quickly throws this one in to Gearing. Right back to Merle. Romano will play this one back to Gatout. Plays it back to Weiss. Trying to play it up. Pena. Now Owens with it. Played up the right side, trying to get it to Hamad. Rashid back there for the Trojans. Plays back for Katout. Katout's going to send this one into the box high there. Rashid heads it back towards the middle of the field. Matthews there for North. Gets it back. He'll send it up the right side. Handley off to the races. Handley into the box. Sweeney there for Bulldogs. He clears it. It'll be a throw in North Hardin. 24-13 to go in the opening half. Still 0-0 between the Bulldogs and the Trojans. Parms throw in. Heron heads it. And Katout there. And that'll go out. And it'll be a corner kick for the Trojans. Usually Merle will come to take this corner. Apologize, I can't see Merle down in that corner. This one's a low in, and Weiss on a one hop gets the save. Trujillo with it. Plays it to the outside for Parms. Parms back to Burns. Now to Muhammad and right at midfield. They'll play it around to Rashid. To the far side. Handley heads it back. Gearing gets to it. Going to go out the other side, not be able to get to it. It'll be a John Hardin throw in. And Merle going after it. Merle will now play it back to Rashid. Matthews with it now as he turns, starts his attack. Shot that goes off of Pena. Ball bouncing around. Gearing now with it. Kick towards the middle. Asune will send it up from there. North again with possession. Trujillo send it over to North Hardin's left side for Rashid. Rashid going to send it through the middle. Has it to Gearing. Trying to find some space. Shot. Saved by Weiss. Gearing back up with it. And it's going to be cleared by Pena. Good job defensively for the Bulldogs. No other Trojans ever got into the box. They were able to keep it out. Now Burns with it. Sends it this time for Matthews. One hop. Owens does a good job screening Matthews off as we will gather that in. Swift plays that one outside. Now it comes back to Owens. Outside for Katout. Hamad goes down to be a foul on the Trojans. Free kick for the Bulldogs. Owens sends this to the left side. Ball gets all the way through. I believe it was Hanley that sends it down the line. It'll go out and be a throw in for the Bulldogs. The goal kick for the Trojans. Burns will send this to the middle to Muhammad. Erie now with it, 19 minutes to go in this first half, still scoreless. Not a lot of shots on goal. Heron now with it, and that's sent back the other direction. Trio will be the first one back there. Goes out. Throw in for North. Parms will come back to take this one. Hanley heads it towards the center. Heron not able to get to it. Now Owens with it for the Bulldogs. To the outside for Catout. Owens again with it. He's going to chip this one forward. Ahmad racing after it. Rashid gets there first. He'll turn it to the outside. Gets it. Merle keeps it in. That will go out and be a throw in. John Harden. Quick throw in. Hasune trying to get it to Hamad. Earring plays it back. That's going to be kicked high in the air. Matthews with it for the Trojans. Out will send it down. It goes right to Jabari Rashid. He gets it to Heron. Oh, knocked away. Owens with it. Trujillo gets it outside to Handley. Handley retains possession, driving towards the middle. Sends it forward for Heron. Swift back there. Cross. It's all the way through again. And we'll go out and be a John Harden throw-in. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. Handley with it to the outside for Parms. Parms left foot shot. And a save by Weiss goes into the side net. And it'll be a corner kick. Phil Murrow comes to take this one. Get a reminder, Thursday night we're back on the air. As these North Hardin Trojans will travel to Elizabethtown for a 17th District matchup. Panthers and the Trojans square off at 7:30. Mr. Jeff Macy will bring you all of that action. This one towards the 6-yard box, headed out that time. I think it was Sweeney that got a head on it. Merle has it on the far side. He's going to try to chip it in right at the top of the box. Heron got a foot on it. It'll be Owens that clears it for the Bulldogs. Throw in North Hardin. Subs in on both sides. Throw it now for the Bulldogs. Deering is going to chip this one forward. Racing up for the Trojans is McGaw. McGaw plays it back. Calderon off of a John Hardin defender. Calderon still with it. unable to get it. I believe it's Katout or Hasune there. Oh, actually, sorry, it's Pena. Pena was able to keep Calderon off the ball. Weiss gets the save. Go down the left side. Hawkins tried to clear it, goes right to the Bulldogs. Romano now with it to Swift. That's going to be cleared out by Lynch. Rugama with it at midfield, trying to get to the outside. Hanley has it for North. Pena on him. That goes off of North. Let me throw in for John Harden. 13:35 to go in our opening quarter, our opening half. Outside for Hawkins. To Rugama, and kicked away. Katout lays it off for Owens. Gearing now with it back to Muhammad. Cross is there, no one there. Pena tries to send it out, and off the foot of Rugama, it goes over the end line and will be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Subs in again for both sides. Now everybody is off the field. Owens will send this one up the field. McGaw heads it back the other direction. And that's Horn on the outside as they crash the goal. Weiss saves it, and it goes over the end line and will be a corner. Oh, they're going to say a corner kick for the Trojans. It'll be Mason Hawkins coming to take this one. This one about 10 yards out, headed out by Hasane. North retains possession, Calderon with it. Crosses at the top of the box. Going to come all the way to the other side. Rashid for Rugama. Rugama not able to get a shot off. Swift able to get it out of the box. Now Rashid again with it for the Trojans. Rugama and Katout going after that one. Going to go out, throw in for the Trojans. Be McGaw to come and throw this one in. Back to Rashid. To McGaw. Now he's going to cross. That one headed out by Owens. Calderon with it. Asune pokes that one free, but it goes right to Hawkins. Hawkins to the outside for Horn. Right back to Hawkins. Able to keep that in, sends it towards the middle of the field. Francis to the outside. This will come to Rashid. Send it down the right side. Horn is there. Bounced around off a few players. Now Trujillo will play it to the outside for Hawkins. Hawkins up to Horn. Colombo got a foot on it, but not going to be able to get much. Weiss with another pickup. 9:28 to go in the opening half. Still scoreless between the Bulldogs and the Trojans. Rolls it outside to Catout. Calderon now with it for North. Back to Muhammad. He'll send it back for Rashid. To Rugama. Got through there. McGaw to throw this one in. To Rugama. Swift with it for the Bulldogs. Trying to get it to Francis, but Trojans back with possession. Rugama now with it. Owens will send this one down. That'll get all the way to Stankovic. Let's get in the box and we'll pick it up from there. And Rashid with it. Towards the middle. Swift there. Back to Hasane. Trujillo gets it back for the Trojans. He's going to send it forward, trying to get it to Rugama. Owens will escort that out, and it'll be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Weiss will take this one. That goes out. Throw in John Harden. Out off of North. Another throw in for the Bulldogs. Out to North Hardin's left, trying to get it to McGaw, not able to keep it in. Throw in Bulldogs. Catout to throw this one in. To Romano, gets it back to Owens. Swift now with it. Have a foul on the Trojans. Free kick for the Bulldogs. Owens will take this one. A stoppage with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Several subs into the game on both sides. Owens going to send this one towards the left side of the goal. So we headed out to the far side. It's Gearing who has it for the Trojans. He's going to bring it all the way up. Now he'll lay it off for Merle. Merle chips it for Handley. He's going to send it back outside for Gearing. Gearing crosses there. And Merle was offside. Could not go and get that. And a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Owens will send this one up the right side. Hasune gets it to Swift. Possession going back and forth. Swift with it. Players from both sides go down. Hanley now has it for the Trojans. Trujillo. That goes off of a Bulldog. Parms now on the far side with it. Goes out off the Trojans. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Rashid will gather this one in for North. To Muhammad, now Trujillo with it. To the outside, Parms. Back to Burns. That goes out, throw in North. Quick throw in, Gearing with it. To Muhammad at midfield. Now Handley with it. Handley turns, shoots. Couple of bouncer, gets away from Weiss, coming in hard charging, and Weiss with a diving save. And it'll be a corner kick for the Trojans. Weiss scrambled back to his feet after the first save. Able to get out, basically slide right in front of the shot, and it goes over the end line. Phil Merle will come and take this one for the Trojans. 3:30 to go in the opening half. Listen, about 10 meters out, bounces around, gets kind of through the box. Owens gets possession. He gets it outside of the box, and then he's going to send it back towards the middle. Trujillo will keep it on this side for the Trojans. Gets it to Gearing. Gearing going to wind up. That one goes off of a Bulldog. Weiss will come over a couple of steps and picks it up. Down the right side. Merle plays it back to Handley, back to Merle. Now Matthews with it. Trujillo. Matthews now with the ball. Back to Trujillo. Over to Muhammad. Muhammad goes down. It'll be a foul, a free kick for the Trojans. 2 minutes to go in this first half. I think Rashid will be taking this one. Matthews going to take this one. It's in! From distance, Jaden Matthews. 1:24 to go in the first half. Off the free kick. Off the free kick, it looked like Rashid had lined up for it, but then it was Matthews who takes it, sticks it in the top right corner for the goal, giving the Trojans a 1-0 lead with just 1:20 to go in the first half. Bulldogs play it back to Owens. Matthews gets it right back for Trojans. Heron now with it outside the box. He lays it back for Handley. Handley will line up. He shoots. Knocked away at the foot level. Matthews back with it, plays it back out to Gearing. 1 minute to go. Parms back to Gearing, lays it back for Burns. Burns is going to send it to the other side. Merle will gather this one in. 50 seconds. Merle chips down the center. Weish right there as it comes to him. Weiss punts that one away. Merle heads it back towards the middle of the field. Trujillo there. Plays it outside for Burns. 26 seconds to go. Back to Rashid. Like North is content. Let's take this 1-0 lead in at halftime. Swift now gets the ball for the Bulldogs. Muhammad gets it back for North, 3 seconds. And that will do it as our first half comes to a close. 1-0, North Hardin on top. And a Jaden Matthews goal with 1:24 to go in that opening half. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company that is offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call Michelle at 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for all your recycling needs. Located in Elizabethtown on 31W, just south of exit 91, off Interstate, off Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. We'll be back after a short timeout with second half action.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is finally here. BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi from Brandenburg Telecom. With new Wi-Fi 6 compatibility and an app that puts you in control of your home network, get ultimate power and performance to every corner of your home. Set up and connect devices, pause Wi-Fi, and customize parental controls all from our BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi app. It's the ultimate Wi-Fi experience, and it's a blast. Ditch your old wireless router and switch to BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi today.
I'm Jarrett Cox with HCEC-TV, and today I'm here with Brandenburg's Don McMahon. Don, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Let's talk about Brandenburg Telecom. You know, you've had a long relationship with us here at HCEC-TV, and you've been in business for over 70 years.
Yes, our headquarters are in Brandenburg, and we have offices in Radcliffe, E-Town, and Hardinsburg. And we've, since the start of our company, we went from dial-up internet all the way to fiber internet. So it's a lot of changes in that time span.
Absolutely. You know, with all the things going on today, the faster internet you can get, the better it is. And I understand that you have a new Wi-Fi system.
We do. We have it's called BBTEL Blast Wi-Fi, and what that is, it's a new wireless router. So instead of you going to the store and buying a router and having to set it up yourself and make sure all the settings are right and maintaining that router, we do that for you. We provide that router, and this router is it's a top of the line. It's Wi-Fi 6 compatible. All your new devices, like your phones and iPads, they have Wi-Fi 6 capabilities. And what Wi-Fi 6 does is there's more connections and there's more speed to those devices. So that relates to less lag time in your home, because nowadays everybody's working from home, even from school, and even a lot of online gaming and streaming. So that Wi-Fi 6 really helps bring everything together where there's no lagging. So.
I know during the pandemic I had to work from home, and I worked in web administration, so I mean it was such a big help to have that Wi-Fi speed to be able to do all the work that I needed to do remotely. It's really the backbone. You know, a lot of people don't think about all the stuff that Wi-Fi does.
Yeah, it's very important, especially have a up-to-date wireless router. I mean, you could have the best internet in the world, but if you have a router set up wrong, or maybe a lower grade, lower quality router, I mean, your internet's only going to be as good as your wireless router. So we have the top of the line, and it'll help everybody.
And speaking of top of the line, we just cannot thank you all enough for all the support you give us. It's top of the line, and we would not be able to do all the live sports coverage that we do without your help.
Well, we enjoy it. We invest a lot in the community, you know, not only in fiber technology, but we invest in the people in the community. And I think, you know, when we do that, it makes everybody stronger, and, you know, we're locally owned and operated, so we're here to stay.
Wi-Fi is just so important these days. People don't realize how important that is in a home.
One of our important features with for BBTL Blast Wi-Fi is it comes with an app on your phone. So when you get that wireless service, you can download an app and you can pause any device in your house. So if your kids are upstairs and they're supposed to be doing their homework and they're on their phone, you can touch a button and it would shut that Wi-Fi off to that device so they couldn't get to it. It also helps monitor your network from your home or business. You can cut off any device, and then you can do speed tests. You can set parental controls, and what that is you can set time limits on Wi-Fi access to your devices. So between 5 and 6, every Wi-Fi device would be shut off, and then after 6, it would turn automatically back on. So that's a neat feature, and especially these days, you need to keep an eye, you know, on kids and their interaction with the internet. So it is a handy feature to have.
You know, it really is important. I think about how I have a young nephew that's about to turn 3 this year, and I think about how my sister is going to try to navigate trying to keep him safe in this digital age.
Yeah, you got to keep a close eye on him, so this app definitely helps you do that.
And speaking of the digital age, you have a new e-billing app.
We do. You know, everybody has one these days, and we just got ours. So you can download the eBill app, and it lets you pay your bill online, of course. But you can also go back and look at your previous bills. You can manage multiple accounts. So if you have a home and business, you can go back anytime and see your past invoices. And it's just pretty handy feature to have.
So it's been a while since we've had you in the studio. What are the future plans for Hardin County?
We've been building fiber in Hardin County for a couple of years now, and our focus is going to remain on Hardin County. Some recent areas we've been into lately is Rineyville and Cecilia areas, you know, those surrounding areas. So, you know, eventually our goal is to build out all of Hardin County. Hardin County is a big county, so it's going to take us a little while to get to everybody. I know everybody wants it, and fiber is so important, you know, for everything we do in these days. So we will be eventually, but it's going to take some time.
You know, people just don't understand how big Hardin County is. You know, as somebody that doesn't live here, it just astounds me about how big it is.
Yeah, we cover Meade, Breck, and Hardin is by far the biggest county we serve.
Well, thank you again for everything you do for HCEC-TV. We would not be able to provide the live sports coverage that we do without you.
We're glad to do it. Thank you.
Well, I'm Jarrett Cox with HCEC-TV, and today we're very happy to have Kobe Gibson from Waddell's Auto Scrap Metal Recycling. How are you doing?
Thanks for having us. Doing good.
Can you tell me a little bit about your business?
Yeah, we're here in Eaton on 311 Steel Drive. We've been family owned and operated for 53 years. We provide all types of recycling for people, everything from washers, dryers, to cars, bulldozers, semi-trucks. Pretty much if it's metal, we can take it. So.
You know, when I come up on the Kentucky Parkway on my way to work, I see a billboard for Waddell's with several lovely kids on it. Are they yours?
Yeah, the 2 girls are mine, and the boys are my nephews, so they were a good model for the billboard.
I mean, it definitely shows that you're family owned and operated.
Yeah, family owned and operated, and we all live here in Hardin County, and that's kind of like we like to put money back in the community and do stuff like that. So.
And we really thank you for supporting HCEC-TV. So what are some of the more unconventional things that you scrap?
Some of the larger stuff, you know, that some people won't take. There's some yards that will not take. You know, they don't have a way to handle bulldozers, unload bulldozers. We do industrial accounts, so we've got a roll-off service. We can set roll-off boxes to haul away the metal, but we can do anything from, you know, something like I said, as small as a washer to we've picked up 60,000-pound pieces of scrap before for these factories here in town. And we like E-Town, but we will go anywhere. You know, we've got accounts in Louisville, Western Kentucky and stuff like that. So, and we also offer, like I said, low boy service. Pretty much anything you've got, we can get it picked up for you.
You know, and that's so important because Kentucky is such a vast state, and having a family-owned and operated business that'll come and scrap your stuff is just so important.
Yeah, it makes it nice. There's a lot of people like that have broken down vehicles that just don't have a way to get them to us. We've got a rollback for that. So all they got to do is call the office, and for a small fee, we'll go pick it up, and they'll get paid for it and make some money for it, and make it real easy for them.
So one thing I didn't know that you all did is you sell parts from vehicles.
Yep. So we keep, it rotates the cars. You know, we'll rotate them in and out when they get parted out too much. I mean, we've had as many as 1,000. We try to keep 500 to 1,000 just to have parts for people. At this day and age, as expensive as everything's getting, it's nice to be able to go buy a used part and save some money. So
you're telling me the next time that a deer attacks my car, I'll be able to go to your...
Yeah. Yep. Hopefully we'll be able to have everything. And if not, we can look it up and find it for you.
So one thing also that I didn't know is you all recycle things like washers and dryers and refrigerators.
Yep, pretty much anything that's metal we take, and it's not just steel items. We take aluminum cans, batteries, copper, you know, all that type of non-ferrous metal as well.
So I know that you're based in Elizabethtown. How long have you been in the area?
As far as in Eaton, it would go back to the early 2000s. But they've been in business for, like I said, 53 years. So did a lot of mobile car crushing back then. So it's just, but kind of got our roots here close to home now, and that's where we'd like to stay.
Yeah, and it's so important once you get grounded in a place to want to stay. And we really appreciate you supporting this local TV station and the local school kids by providing the live sports coverage and all the other things that your contribution helps us do. So thank you very much.
All right, we're proud to. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Regina Ryan, and I'm the Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television. And joining me today is one of our longtime sponsors, Sean Rich with eTownExterminating.com. Sean, you all have been with us since the beginning, and without your support, we couldn't do what we do. Can you tell us about the company and when it got started and the background of how it got started?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to say thank you for this opportunity. We love to be able to be in this position where we can support Hardin County Educational Channel with all the athletic sports that we can. We feel like it's very important to do that. As far as our company, we are actually celebrating our 45th year this year as of this month. And we're really excited about that. But as far as the company, we are a full-service exterminating company. We take care of termites, general pest control. We take care of from bed bugs to spiders to, like I said, termites to mice, whatever pest control that you need.
And how many employees do you have?
Currently, we have around 36 employees.
For those who haven't used your company before, what should they expect?
Well, we do, as far as general pest control, we do a monthly service, and we will come to your house and service the house, but we do a lot of exterior service, but we also go on the inside of the house.
Your services are available for both taking care of what happens inside your home and outside your home. So in regards to a client reaching out to you, what should they expect when they come to do some service inside the home for termite control, roach issue, bed bugs, all the things that happen within the house? What should they expect?
When a technician comes to the house, they will inspect and they'll assess what needs to be done. Everything that will be done will be told to the customer prior to the treatment. We do have protocols in place with everything going on with COVID right now. We will wear a mask, we'll wear gloves, we'll sanitize our tanks, our hands, everything. So we make it as safe as possible for our technician and for the customer.
And exterior is wise.
Yes, we do a lot of service on the exterior. When we assess the property, we'll see where insects are coming into the building. We will make treatments on the outside, but also we'll make recommendations to those customers. If there's something that needs to be sealed or caulked, or a door jammed, or a sweep on a door needs to be fixed, then we'll tell the customer about that.
Now, besides that one-time service, it's really important to do monthly.
Yes, we have a monthly service. What we do is we assign that customer with a regular technician. Majority of our technicians have been with us for years, so you'll have the same person each time. But they'll give you a call the night before, set up a time for an appointment. They'll come out, they'll service. If you have any problems in between services, all you have to do is give our office a call, or we give the customer's direct line to their technician. They can call them, they'll come back out, and they'll take care of it with no extra charge.
Now, I know you're located in Hardin County, but where else do you service?
Well, we service all the surrounding counties, Meade, Nelson, Breck, Taylor, LaRue. We service about 9 different counties.
So, not that anybody wants insects in their home, but what are the most popular insect that you deal with?
We deal with, on a regular basis, spiders, ants, cockroaches, bed bugs, and mice.
Oh gosh,
and then we have a lot of seasonal insects. Ants during the summer, we have a lot more because of the rain, and then during the spring, or during the fall time of the year, we get a lot of calls like on crickets in houses. During the winter, we get a lot of calls for spiders and also for mice or rodents.
And so, and you can help out with any of those types of insects and things?
Yes, with doing general maintenance, we can get it where you're not seeing anything.
Okay. I'm assuming annually there might be rise and falls of little critters or insects that might be a little bit more aggressive than before. Is that something that's common year to year?
Yes, I mean, we usually have one insect that will pop out each year, but generally right now that we have had probably more of an uptick right now are bed bugs, and we can take care of them. But it's a lot of prep work for the customers and for us.
I was going to say, anytime you get an infestation, it does take a little bit of time, correct?
Yes, one treatment for a heavy infestation will not take care of it.
Right. You were an athlete in high school. What sports did you participate in?
I played basketball, I ran cross country, and ran track.
And your children, I know that they've also been very active.
Yes, I had a daughter that graduated in Elizabethtown in 2016. She was a swimmer. A daughter that graduated in 2019. She was a soccer player. And I have a son right now that's a junior at E-Town. He's playing basketball and soccer.
Wonderful. And want to congratulate your oldest daughter is a nurse. She's on the front lines.
Yes, she just graduated from University of Kentucky this past spring. She accepted a position at Vanderbilt University Hospital, and so she's down there right now working there at Vanderbilt.
I was going to say, on the front lines, those first responders.
Yes, we're very proud of her. She's taken on a task, and we're glad that she's in that position right now.
Yeah, and it means so much to those that she's taking care of, and so that's phenomenal. Your middle daughter is going to become the next generation of E-Town Exterminator.
Yes, my daughter Abby, last year she told us that she wanted to come back into the company, and so this year she's been working this summer, working with a lot of my supervisors, learning how to sell. She's been working with me a lot on the management side of it and financial, and we're going to bring her up into the company, and so we're really excited about that.
I was going to say, it must have been a proud moment when she said she wanted to continue in that role.
Yes, and I always said that Abby was my dad made over. So it's exciting to see her to, you know, when I came up into the company, my dad always said that I was going to bring it up to the next level. Now I look at Abby, and I believe she's going to bring it up to the next level for me.
That's wonderful. Now, people that would like to get in touch, what do they do?
Well, they can call us. Our phone number is 270-737-6900, or our website is www.muggabug.com. That's muggabug.com.
Amazing. And really, the nice thing about it is you get to talk to a real person.
Yes, we have 4 wonderful administrative assistants in our office, and they will talk to you live.
It really makes a lot of difference. And you're in the communities that you serve. You really give back to that community. And why is that important to you?
Well, as a family-owned company here in the community, and as a product of this community, I feel like to reinvest into the things like this in sports, athletics, or a lot of other programs that we invest into with the Hardin County school system and with the Elizabethtown Independent School System, that we can give opportunities to these kids that normally they wouldn't have money or the advantages of doing that. And as an athlete, I always look at giving back to these type of programs, because not only are they competing, but they're generating friends, and longtime friends for years to come, and that's what's more important than anything is getting these bonds. And I look back, I still have great friends that I played basketball with, or I ran cross country or track with, and they're probably some of my closest friends. So that's the reason. That's the big reason why I like giving back to these programs. Just give them opportunities to be a part of something.
Well, and developing those relationships, you know, from assigning a specific technician to a resident to taking care of those relationships that you've established in the community. It's really what it's all about. Well, thank you, Sean, for being such a wonderful sponsor for HCEC-TV and Brandenburg Telecom's Live Channel 1 Sports. Without that support, we couldn't do what we do. And I just really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Well, now it's time to get back to our live sports coverage. So we're looking forward to seeing those athletes in action from all of our area schools. Hello, I'm Gina Ryan, Director of Hardin County Educational and Community Television, and today we are talking with one of our longtime sponsors, Mark Harris Construction. He has been with us from the very beginning, his organization, and through the years it's with apartments and renovations and real estate, of course. And now we are joined by Regina Johnson, who is the property management for 2 of the items that we're promoting with Mark Harris Construction. Regina, tell us first, our audience, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been a property manager for about 15 years, and so they stole me when they started building these 2 properties. So
that's probably a very good. So she said stole, so that you are a high priority.
Yes.
In terms of getting you on board. The 2 properties we want to discuss is the Black Branch Storage first. So tell us about that.
So there's 339 units. We have climate control units, you know, big, small, all different sizes. So you can store just about anything.
Can you pay by the month or annual or 6 months?
It's monthly, yeah, and it's gated, so everything is secure. There's an on-site kiosk where you can lease on site. There's no manager on site or anything like that. You can also lease online.
Well, that's really good with COVID running around
Yes.
and everything like that. So how long would it take to get a storage facility at that location?
In just a matter of minutes. You can just go to the kiosk, or you can go to blackbranchstorage.com and lease straight online.
Okay. And are those, I'm assuming that those fill up relatively quickly. A lot of
Yes.
people are needing those.
Yes.
So for those that may not be familiar with what goes into storage units, what are some of those items that people might put in storage?
Most people, they store, if they're moving from if they sold a home and getting a new one, they'll just use it for a few months, to store their household items. A lot of people store things that are just in their garage that they need to get out of the way. We have some who store old cars. And I mean, just about anything.
So I was going to say, it becomes, like you said, a perfect storage place.
Yes.
And rates are in the range, are in a comfortable range?
Yes, they're very competitive.
Okay, wonderful.
For sure.
And then another exciting part of Mark Harris Construction and Organization is the Winding Springs Apartments.
Yes.
Now, tell us where those are located.
They are on Nicholas Street, close to downtown, close to Highway 62, close to everything.
Okay, and what type of apartments in regards to bedrooms, things like that are available?
These are all 2-bedroom, 2-bath luxury apartments. All the finishes are very modern and chic. It's going to be a gated community. We're very excited about it. We have one building open so far, and our next building will be open sometime in October.
Well, and if you've been down Highway 62 and you look over that area, they look amazing.
Yes, they're gorgeous.
And what types of amenities are available for those that will be living there?
We have a clubhouse. It's a huge clubhouse. We have one side for the office and one side for just the residents, tailored to our residents. We have a pool, and it's going to be gated. So we're going to be the only gated community in town. We're going to have a dog park, several other amenities.
That sounds fun. Now, are they fully furnished, or can individuals make them their own?
Both. We can have furnished apartments. We do a lot of corporate apartments for local places here in town. And then you can, of course, bring your own stuff.
Great. And how do people get additional information about leasing those apartments?
So you can go to WindingSpringsEtown.com. Or you can call 270-766-1155.
And is that process, does it take very long to do?
No, not at all. I'm very quick at responding.
And are they monthly or biannual?
The
yearly?
typical lease is a year. We will do shorter term leases, especially with corporate apartments.
Oh, so there are corporate apartments.
Yes.
Okay, so what might be that added incentive for a corporate apartment?
It's cheaper than a hotel. And you have more room. You have a kitchen, it's like home.
As I mentioned at the beginning, Mark Harris has been one of our very beginning sponsors, committed to what we do with HCEC-TV. And without that investment, we would not be able to carry the live local high school sports that we do. Right. And we do close to 80 a year. And it goes back to when Mark was an athlete in this local community, and his children were athletes in this community, and he is really committed to helping with that. So being a member of that organization, what would you like to add about that?
Well, I think that the owners, they're locally owned. They've been in this community for a very long time. They're committed to the community. They're committed to the surroundings, and they love to give back.
Well, Mark Harris Construction is definitely the embodiment of being active and involved in your community and supporting those around you. And we always appreciate all of those supporters and our sponsors, and again, without them we couldn't do what we do.
Absolutely.
So Regina, for our audience, just to remind them again, and if you didn't catch that, it's Regina and Gina. The Regina and Gina show today. How can people get in touch with you as property manager?
The best way is probably by phone, 270-766-1155, or email. It's Regina@WindingSpringsEtown.com.
Okay, thank you. And Wish you all a great leasing season and also in filling up all those storage facilities and
Yes,
everything.
for sure.
So thank you for joining us, Regina. And thank you for watching our HCEC-TV, Brandenburg Telecom, live sports coverage. It's time to meet another of our wonderful sponsors with HCEC-TV and Brandenburg Telecom's live sports coverage. Today we are joined by Whitney Ballou. She is a physical therapist at Physical Therapy Associates, which has been with us for many, many years, almost practically from the very beginning. And without their support, we could not do what we do in regards to our live sports coverage. Whitney, we are 6 feet apart, so we're going to remove our masks so you can hear us a little bit better and see our happy faces.
That's right.
So, Whitney, tell us about the history of Physical Therapy Associates.
I have been with the company for almost 5 years now. Guy Wallace, who is very well known in the community, started the company in 2002. We are up to 6 clinics now. Our clinic that we are in now in the Elizabethtown location has actually continued to grow. We add on and then we add on a little bit more. So growth is a good thing, especially with the economy the way that it is these days. It has grown not just employee-wise, obviously patient-wise, just the way that we use the building for a lot of the local sports, both school-related and the extracurriculars that people participate in. And the building is constantly in use with the turf that we have now too. So
Right, that's awesome. The turf really provides well, it gives you extra space and gets you to do what you need to do. What types of services do you provide?
So we provide the obvious, the orthopedic related, the surgicals, those that are not surgical as well, just your general injury for the athletes that I know that you and I have specifically discussed. We treat a lot of neurological conditions from vertigo to dizziness, balance type issues. We work on a lot of gait with patients. Our turf provides a great area for us to do those types of things. We provide traction, dry needling, A-stem, which is just an instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization. We have a lot of services and a lot of different certifications within our licensed individuals that can provide a pretty good variety of treatments for our patients.
And with diabetic patients, there's some procedures
Correct.
that you provide too?
Neuropathy is something that we see quite a bit of. There is an anodyne treatment that we use with some of those patients. And then again, as far as the gait side that it's related to a lot of those neuro problems, we use a lot of our turf for that as well.
COVID-19 has probably affected your business, so
Yes.
talk about what's been going on with COVID-19.
So all of physical therapy across the board was shut down for roughly a week, a little bit less than that just depending on what area you were in. They deemed us as non-essential to start. And then a lot of people went to bat for us, thankfully, saying that we are essential, which we definitely feel that we are. We were cut down to our caseload with just those urgent and emergent cases, which would be your surgical patients who needed to come to us so that they didn't end up worse than they were prior to surgery, fractures, really bad injuries that needed quick, if we didn't get to them quick, that they were going to be in a lot worse shape than they were off. So it cut us down quite a bit. We cut our caseload by probably 80%. We've slowly built that back up, so we're getting close to more what we would consider normal, but we can see a little bit of everything now, so we're thankful to be kind of free reign with everybody again.
Well, and in regards to delivery of service, I'm sure that you all have always taken protective,
Absolutely.
Whatever type of protection you need in terms of keeping both you and the patient
Right.
Safe and things. In regards to athletics, high school athletics, you used to think, oh, those high school athletes, those middle school athletes, even elementary school athletes, they're young, their bones heal, their muscles heal. How many of those patients do you see on a regular basis?
They do heal much quicker, but yes, they do still get hurt. That has actually gone down in number as well. The sports were cut back there for a while. People weren't getting out, so people weren't doing as much as they were prior to all this COVID stuff that occurred. And our caseload's getting back up to normal with that. Our kids make up, probably anywhere 25 to 50% of our caseload, just depending on the given time frame, sports seasons that we're in and things like that. It's definitely increased since the school sports have been allowed to play. They were was not going to be surprised if we saw more, just because they weren't getting the time to practice and do things before they were playing games. But thankfully we haven't seen a whole lot of injuries, which is good for the, bad for business, but definitely good for the individual, and that's what we care about the most.
Awesome.
Yes.
You are a former high school athlete at Central Hardin High School.
Yes.
Just briefly talk about those years.
The glory days, as I like to call them. I played soccer and basketball both. I wouldn't trade those years for the world. I had very good coaches, very good teammates, and I just kept saying, I was telling patients and employers and our coworkers that I wouldn't trade those days for the world. So I can't imagine what some of these kids have gone through that haven't been able to play. They've missed out on not just senior years, but any year of high school, any year of middle school that you can't play those sports. That keeps so many kids not just out of trouble, but keeps them in shape, keeps the mental aspect of their lives in check too, which is so important. And I'm glad that they've been able to participate in a lot of those things now. I know there's still restrictions with it, but those are days that I wouldn't take away from my life, and I know that those kids wouldn't either. So I'm glad to see that they're back in session with a lot of that.
And with your sponsorship, we're able to bring live coverage to those that can't attend the sporting events because we're limited in number.
Correct.
They can watch that event at home, and
Right.
they can stream it, and they can share it, and so that's a huge benefit. When you were an athlete, did you notice HCEC-TV?
Oh, yes. I did, absolutely. Yeah. And that's such a good privilege for them, especially with having limited tickets. I come from a very large family, which we were just talking about, so thinking about my parents, my aunts and uncles that came to games, or even just friends, you've got so many classmates that you hope can be there. Again, that's part of the glory days, as I call them, your friends going and cheering you on. And so for them to at least be able to watch it and talk to the players about how they did, know what a great catch or what a great shot, those mean a lot to those players. So it's great that you all are able to provide that service.
Great, and it does give them a little bit of extra exposure.
Absolutely.
To the broader audience and things.
Absolutely.
Maybe a coach from a Division I or Division II might
Exactly.
check you out. So, what about your commitment to the community? PTA is very involved. What are some of those things that you all really enjoy participating in?
So sponsorship is something that Guy Wallace is big on too. There's a lot of different recreational leagues that he's a part of from all of his kids that participate, but the marketing aspect, there's a lot that they're involved in with that as well. Our athletes are, I say, some of our prized possessions, but it's really great to be able to work with them, just to be able to see them get back on the field. Working with any patient is excellent, but when we can get our athletes specifically back to a school setting, whether it's just going to class because they can get off their crutches or get out of their wheelchair or get back on the field or court, it's great that we're able to play such a big role in that for them.
Awesome.
Yes.
For individuals that would like to contact physical therapy associates, what can they do?
They can call our office at 270-234-1569. We're open 7 to 5 Monday through Friday, so they can get in contact with us for that. We also rent out our turf. Well, we did pre-COVID, but we've got 5,400 square feet of turf facility that we also use for some of those recreational activities that hopefully once we get a little bit lifted on our restrictions that we're able to start incorporating that again as well.
Okay. And that turf application is really important. What I said it just gives you a wide open space, but what kinds of things take place in there?
It is great for our ACL patients specifically. We have them doing some very high-level activities, some running, jogging, sprinting, a lot of agility type activities with ladders and hurdles. It's great for our neuro patients where we're doing gait and balance stuff, just trying to walk laps, working on getting from a walker to a cane, just being able to have that space where people can open up without feeling scared because we're too close to other tables or other patients and things like that. It's been great as far as COVID goes because the 6-foot rule has not been a problem. We are very spaced out, probably 20 feet between each table, which has been very nice. We actually added onto the turf initially, and then that didn't seem big enough, so we actually added on again. So we can also do throwing programs. We have the distance to be able to do those types of things. For our baseball and softball players, football players, of course, it's set up like an actual football field. We have the yards marked out, and it's nice to be able to work with that with them too.
I would say that physical therapy is one of those areas that has exploded in the last even decade.
Right.
When I was very young, you never heard, really, I didn't know of anyone that ever had gone through physical therapy. But now physical therapy extends to even the mindset and
Absolutely.
the emotional. So can you address that? Why do you think that has occurred?
Pain is perception. Everybody perceives it differently. Of course, pain tolerance is different across the board, but if you hurt, it absolutely changes your entire mental state. So our physical abilities will absolutely address our mental abilities throughout daily life, from work to just waking up in the mornings. I actually had never I wasn't super familiar with PT myself, even growing up around sports and, teammates tearing ACLs and spraining ankles and things like that. I went to school actually to be a dentist to start, so I thankfully had some great mentors that led me to PT with my background and my love for, the body, the anatomy, and all of that stuff that I loved class-wise. But pain is perception, so it has just continued to grow. People realize how much of a benefit it is for maintenance in some cases, but most of all prevention. A lot of our athletes that we've talked about, prevention of those injuries, if we can stop it, especially with a lot of the sport isolation, people doing just 1 or 2 sports focused on that. Us growing up, like I said, I played 3 or 4 growing up, so that's kind of changed a little bit. People are tending to specialize, which is totally fine, but it will sometimes cause some more injuries.
And that specialization may cause one injury over and over again.
Correct, like we had also discussed. Yes, exactly. So we are continuing to grow, maybe because of that as far as the athletes go, but pain is perception, and I think that the more that we are able to get that out there and people realize how good it can be just for an everyday life, not just returning to sport or returning to work, I think the more that it gets out there, you tell your friend, and then everybody's like, oh, it can help a lot more than we think.
Well, I appreciate Guy Wallace, and I appreciate Physical Therapy Associates, and I appreciate all that PTA offers this community, and it's really, it's been phenomenal. And you're in a couple of different counties now too, correct?
Yes. And same to you all, by the way, for what you all do for the county. Yes, so we have the Elizabethtown Clinic, but then we also have Ratcliffe, we have Meade County, Hodgenville, Bardstown, and then a South Louisville clinic as well.
Right, so easily acceptable for anywhere you need to go,
right.
Contact PTA, and it's pretty easy to get a recommendation also.
Absolutely. We are actually a direct access state, so you can go to physical therapy without a doctor's order. Now, insurance would depend on some of those cases, but it's really easy to get physical therapy. All you got to do is call us.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you again, Whitney, for joining us, and thank you for joining us at home. We appreciate all of our sponsors on HCEC-TV for our live sports coverage. And without Physical Therapy Associates, please support them. We could not do what we do to bring these wonderful athletes into your home on a regular basis.
I am Kyler Barkley. I am with the Media Arts program in HCEC-TV. I am a third-year student, and today I am interviewing one of our longtime sponsors, President of West Point Bank, Josh Hubbard. Josh, tell us a little bit about West Point Bank and its history.
Yes, so West Point Bank was purchased by First Breckenridge Bank shares in the early 1980s. We were one facility there in West Point, and we've expanded from West Point into Upton, Glendale, Radcliffe, and Elizabethtown. So we have 5 locations throughout Hardin County, owned by First Breckenridge Bank Shares, which owns several other banks throughout the Central Kentucky region. But West Point Bank is in Hardin County with one location in Upton, which is actually in LaRue County, but 4 branches in Hardin County and 1 in LaRue County.
Could you tell us a little bit about services offered new and old?
Absolutely. So West Point Bank is a full-service bank. We provide free checking accounts, savings accounts, certificates of deposit, IRAs. We also make loans for just about anything. 1 to 4 family, primary residence loans, farm loans, agricultural loans, multifamily, automobile loans, you name it, we can pretty much do it when it comes to banking. So we obviously, like I said, are a full-service bank.
Is there any specific areas of involvement in your community that the bank makes?
Yes, so we really strive to serve the communities that we operate in, primarily all of Hardin and the surrounding counties. We pride ourselves in our employees living, working, going to church in the communities that our banks are located in. So whether it be participating with HCEC-TV, doing the sports coverage, the Heartland Parade, West Point River Days, Glendale Spring Fest, Upton Days, just the Hooray for Heroes or the Radcliffe Mayor's Breakfast, whatever that may be. We really strive to be involved and give back to the communities that we serve.
So you were talking about community involvement and HCEC-TV sport coverage. Is there anything, like, are you passionate about covering sports?
Absolutely. So we've been a longtime sponsor of this programming. When I grew up in high school, when I was growing up in high school, I obviously played high school sports. My son plays high school sports. A lot of the employees who work for me, their children play high school sports. And I just think that sports are great for children of all ages. It teaches them a lot of things. One, how to be a good teammate. You need to be a good teammate in order to be a good employee. It teaches them accountability. It teaches them work ethic. I think it teaches them how to win and how to lose. You know, life can be hard. There's going to be ups and downs, and winning a game, losing a game, winning as a team, losing as a team. I think it just gives valuable insight to just life in general by playing sports.
I completely agree and understand, and we appreciate your sponsorship. Now, is there any other extra information you would like to let the viewing audience know?
Just in general, West Point Bank, like I said, we strive to provide the best possible customer service that we can provide. We are extremely enthusiastic about the communities that we serve, the citizens in those communities, and we would really like to be your bank and to establish a relationship with you if we don't have one, and if we do have a relationship with you, to just further expand upon that relationship. We are, again, strive to provide the absolute best customer service and just, are just thrilled to be a part of the community that we serve.
How can people get additional information about your bank? Do you have any sort of contact?
Yes, so we obviously, as I said earlier, we have 5 locations or 4 locations in Hardin County and 1 in LaRue County. So West Point, Radcliffe, Elizabethtown, Glendale, and Upton. You can follow us on Facebook. You can like our Facebook page. You can also visit us at westpointbank.com.
All right. Thank you again for your continued support. We wouldn't be able to do it without your support. Again, we appreciate you, and let's have a good season.
Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal helps keep America clean.
Got a car that needs to be scrapped? Old refrigerator not working? We pay Todd down. Call Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling today. Family owned and operated for over 40 years.
Premier Metal Recycling Company, we even handle the unloading. Waddell's Auto and Scrap, now with 2 locations.
Do your part. Keep America clean.
Welcome back to North Hardin High School for tonight's 17th District boys soccer action. Our halftime score has the Trojans on top 1-0 over the John Hardin Bulldogs. The only score from the first half off a free kick, Jaden Matthews from about 30 yards out, 25 yards out, hit it in the upper right corner for the only goal of the ball game. The officials making sure everybody's in the right spots. North Hardin will have the opening possession of the second half. Again, a reminder, we're back on the air Thursday night as these North Hardin Trojans will travel to Elizabethtown to take on the Panthers. Game time set for 7:30. Mr. Jeff Macy will bring you all of that action. Then Friday night we will stay at Elizabethtown as the Panthers will host Thomas Nelson in football action. Coach Paul Gray will bring you all of that. Hanley will lay this one back for Rashid. He's going to send it up the left side. That goes off of Catal. It'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. Throw in. That's Heron now with it. He lays it off. Back outside. Merle with it. Across it to Trujillo. Shot. They're going to go just high and right. That one hit off the frame in the top corner. Goal kick for John Harden. Owens will take this one. It's out to Pena. Tries to get it forward. Trujillo will keep it on this end for the Trojans. Parham's going to play it back to Burns. Back to Burns. Very comfortable now here after really hot as the sun was up earlier. This one knocked around. Trujillo keeps possession for the Trojans. We're going to have a yellow card issued. A.J. Muhammad, the injured Trojan. Up to his feet. Yellow card was given to Corey Francis. He will have to step off the field. It'll be a free kick for North. Right at midfield. Rashid will take this free kick. She kicks this one on to Burns. Burns shot. It's going to go off of, I believe it was Swift. Goes out, throw in for North. Parms to throw this one in. Going to get it all the way into the box, headed back. Merle with the shot, one knocked out by Owens. Rashid back outside for Parms. Sorry, that was Burns back to Parms. Now Trujillo will send it back to Rashid. Merle now with it on the far side. That's going to be a foul on the Trojans. Free kick for the Bulldogs. Catout going to line this one up. Nope, he's going to lay it back. It'll be Owens. Back to Owens. Back outside for Catout. Throw in for the Bulldogs. Into Catout. He goes out. Throw in for North. Merle quickly gets it in. Bulldogs get back possession. Parms gets it deep down the field. He gets it into the box. Pena there, shot, and in. Parms off of a Bulldog gets the goal. The second goal of the night for the Trojans. There's Parms. It's 3:11 into this second half. Takes the turnover. So 2-0 now the score. North Hardin on top. the far side. Katout kicks that one to go out. Throw in for the Trojans. It'll be Merle. I will throw this one in for Gearing. Sends it all the way back for Rashid. He'll dribble it past midfield, sends it up the left side. Spreading up the far side. It's Gearing that gets it back. Now the Trojans play it back to Rashid. Now back to Stankovic. So kick this one up near midfield, trying to get to Parms on the right side. Parms gathers this one in. He's going to chip it forward, trying to get it to Heron. Comes back to Parms though. He's going to get it to Hanley right on the sideline. Hanley gets into the box. Cross. Gearing lays it back for Matthews. Matthews going to send it to the outside. Muhammad Dow with it. Back to Gearing. Sorry, that's Merle. Chases that one down. Two players go down. No foul called. Owens comes out with it for John. Got it to the middle, trying to get it to Nice. And Rashid gets it back. Now Parms with it. He'll play it back for Trujillo. He'll send it down the right side. Heron there. Heron turns, lays it back for Hanley. Hanley dribbles in. Back for Parms. Parms going to send it right back in the box. Goes off a Bulldog. It's poked forward. Trujillo keeps possession for the Trojans. Parms with it to Hanley. Trying to get it to Heron. I believe it was Pena that gets there for the Bulldogs. And that goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for John Harden. .33:55 to go in the ball game. North Hardin on top, 2-0. Romano with it for the Bulldogs. Plays it back for Katout. That goes out. It'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Merle comes to take this one. Trying to get it to Matthews. Gotten back, poked over. Parms, left foot, saved by Weiss. He gets just a hand on it as it clears the crossbar. Corner kick for the Trojans. Merle will head off to take this one. Goes on the other side. Matthews had a head on it. He goes over the crossbar. It wasn't Matthew. It looked like it went off of Matthews' head and then off of a different Trojan and goes over the back line and will be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. Play it back. Katout going to kick this one past midfield. Burns will track it down. Nice gets here for the Bulldogs. Outside for Hanley. Taken back by Romano. Takes it towards the center of the field. I believe it was Muhammad for the Trojans gets it back. Now for Trujillo. Play it back for Rashid. Merle running up on the far side. Pass going to go out there to him. He's got to hurry to keep it in. Does. Foul call. It'll be a free kick just outside the box. Free kick. Merle and Matthews over there. Matthews takes this one, low runner, that was kicked out. Be a corner kick for the Trojans. Merle takes this one down into the corner. This one about 6 yards out. Bouncing around, and goes out just wide to the right off of the Trojans, and will be a goal kick for the Bruins. Or sorry, for the Bulldogs. Owens will play this one to Catout. Romano near midfield. Trujillo there. Now Francis has it for the Bulldogs. He gets pinched out by a pair of Trojans. That'll be a foul. That'll be a free kick for the Trojans. Rashid to take this one. Quickly gets it to Merle. Gearing back to Rashid. Now Burns with it. 28:30 to go in the ball game. Up to Matthews. Matthews tries to one-touch it for Heron, and Owens clears it out. Merle able to keep it in. That goes over the in line and will be another goal kick for John Harden. To midfield, Trujillo going to keep it on this end. Parms races up to get it from Handley. Back near midfield for Rashid. Trying to heel pass it. Swift clears that one out to be a throw in for the Trojans. Sent into the box. Handley there trying to get a foot on it, unable to. It goes outside. Catout now will clear it back towards midfield. Rashid back there for North. Send it across for Burns. Offsides on the Trojans. Free kick for the Bulldogs. Down to this end. I believe that was Hamad who was fouled there. It'll be a free kick for John Harden, just outside of the box. Not sure which Bulldog's coming forward to take it. Trotting out there is Manolo Roman. He's going to get us 10 yards. Just going to chip it over the heads, headed by Muhammad. Comes out. Ahmed with it. He'll send it back for Tout. Tout misses on that one. Pena will come over now. Pena will send it towards the right side. It goes out. Throw in North Hardin. Tout to Swift. Swift gets it to Roman. Chips it forward. Francis there. Have a foul. This could be a yellow. It will be on Rashid. It'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Owens will come and take this one. Romano back to Owens. There's another foul. Free kick again for John Harden. Owens again will line this one up. After his 10.
Come on, barbecue sauce. Hey, can you tell them barbecue sauce?
Owens to take this one. Low bouncer. Stankovic got it on and headed, and it just goes wide off Hamad. Goal kick for the Trojans. Stankovic got a hand on it as it came out. Ahmad had a chance at it. Just goes wide left. Burns sends this one up, trying to get to Heron. Pena back there for the Bulldogs. He'll send it out. Roman not able to keep that one in. Parms quickly gets it into Handley. That goes out off of the Bulldogs. Parms again will take this one. Geary, and then it's sent back out. Parms again, this time into Gearing. Now Handley with it. Across the field. Muhammad there. Down to the corner. Merle. Oh, offsides on the Trojans. Free kick for the Bulldogs. Foul on the Trojans. Free kick again for the Bulldogs. It looks like Owens will take this one. Sends this one towards the goal. Heading out on the ground. And Muhammad comes out with it for North. They start to sprint up the field. Hanley on his right side is going to lay it off for him. Hanley gets to the box. Pass gets out. Shot off of Weiss. Stays in. Hanley retains possession. Cross there. That one will go all the way through the other side. That'll be a throw in for the Bulldogs. It'll be a throw in. Matthews gets to it first. Ball kicked around. Gearing with it. He loses it and gets possession back. And that's going to be a corner kick as it goes out. Merle to take this one. 20:50 to go in the ball game. North Hardin up 2-0. So near the front of the goal, that'll be cleared out. I believe that was by Hasune. Throw in for the Trojans. Merle going to send this one in. Chip it back. Merle has it. Driving towards the goal. Going to cross there. He goes behind and will be a goal kick for the Bulldogs. .20 to go in the ball game. Jake Owens will take this free kick or the goal kick for the Bulldogs. Ball going back and forth to both teams. Muhammad now with it. Sends it outside for Parms. Parms going to send it forward. Hanley going to go chasing off into the corner. Sweeney there for the Bulldogs. Hanley keeps it. Drives in. Shot or puts it out in front of the goal. I believe it was Pena that sends it out the other side. It'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Looks like Gearing heads out to take this one. Lays it off. Muhammad now with it. Chips to the outside. Hanley chases after it. Able to keep it in. Back to Parms. Parms going to cross there. It's Pena that heads that one out. Trujillo will gather it in now. He plays it back to Burns. Lynch is going to send it forward, trying to get it to Merle. Francis plays it to the outside, and it goes wide. Throw in North Hardin. Ball back towards the middle. Hanley has it. He'll tried to play it to the outside. Roman there for the Bulldogs. Now Muhammad with it for North. He'll send it to the outside. Trying a little give and go action. That'll be cleared by Swift. It'll be a throw in for the Trojans. Merle goes over to send this one in. That'll be sent near the goal. At least we'll pick that one up. Weiss will punt this one away. Merle heads it high in the air. The Lynch touches it. Goes to Merle now. Romano with it. And Muhammad gets it back for the Trojans. Send this one forward for Handley. He's going to try to send it in. Owen's got a foot on that one. Trojans retain possession. Muhammad now with it. He'll play this one back to Burns on the right side. Burns comes forward. Outside for Parms. Cross. Muhammad again with it. To Matthews. Swift gets it to room, but Gearing keeps it on that end for the Trojans. Bulldogs with it. Now play toward the middle. Send it outside. Roman now with it. Trujillo will play it back for Parms. Parms is going to send it down the center of the field. Matthews is there. Pops it over towards Gearing. Gearing sends it forward. Merle will track this one down. Getting it lined up. He's going to cross there. That was Owens that clears that one out, and he sends it back out near midfield. Lynch there. Gearing with it again. Goes out off of the Trojans. Quick John Harden throw in. Hamad with it. He's going to send it forward. Lynch will be the first one to get to it. Romano comes up for the Bulldogs. Lynch will lay that one to the outside. We are going to have a yellow card issued to Eric Romano. He will trot off the field for the Bulldogs. 14:53 to go in the ball game. North Hardin leads 2-0. First goal came with 1:24 to go in the opening half. Jaden Matthews on a free kick. And the second goal here in the second half, 36:49 to go in the game, Isaiah Parms puts it in the back of the net for the Trojans' 2-0 lead. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Blue Ribbon Renovations, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, E-Town Exterminating, and West Point Bank. That goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Bulldogs. This will be Owens to throw this one in. Send it to Pena. He'll send it out the other side for Sweeney. Trojans back with possession. Rashid plays it back to Burns. Outside to Hawkins. Trying to get it to the middle. Rugama there. Horn came over, not able to get to it. Owens down in the corner. He's fouled. It'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs.
Where'd he go?
This one will go out. Throw in for the Trojans. That one goes out off of the Bulldogs. Magal to throw this one in for the Trojans. This one in. I believe that was Roman that heads it out. Neese unable to get to that one. Muhammad plays it back for Lynch. Pushing up on the far side. Go off the Trojans, throw in for the Bulldogs. I think this is Catout to throw this one in. In for Owens. Roman back up. McGaw gets it back for North to Trujillo. Sends it forward for Calderon. Right back. Roman to Swift. Now Hasane with it. Sends it forward. McGaw gets to that one. Now possession going back and forth. McGaw will turn this one outside. That goes off of John Harden. North Harden throw in. Quick throw into Horn. Horn going to send it towards the middle of the field. Lisa just wait until it crosses into the box and pick it up. Rashid down with it. He'll pop it forward. Rugama heads after this one. He'll cross it back, trying to get it to Horn. And that'll get cleared out by the Bulldogs. Lynch now with it. Bulldogs get possession back. That'll be a foul on North. And I believe language is used, and Jake Owens picks up the yellow. It'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Trujillo plays it back to Burns. Out of Horn. Bulldogs get it right back. Romano had it. It's going to go to the outside. McGaw there for North. He'll send it back for Stankovic. He'll clear it from there. Up their left side, and that'll go out. Throw in for John Harden. So we get to the 10-minute mark. That one back to Weiss. Hamad with it on the far side. It goes out and will be a throw-in for North Hardin. Hasune trying to feed it back outside. Trojans are there. McGaw sends it forward. That goes out off of John Harden. North Hardin throw in. That'll go out, another throw in for the Trojans. Horn with it on the far side. Swift now Up to Hasune. Let's go towards the outside. Throw in for North. McGaw will throw this one in. Calderon sends it forward, but it's going to go right to Weiss. Played back towards the middle of the field. Mod with it. He's taken down. That'll be a card. I believe that's on McGaw. Free kick for the Bulldogs. Several subs coming into the ball game. Looks like Owens will take this free kick. They've got all the subs in. Come out the top of the box. Matthews heads it back out. Pena there, shot. That'll go wide left. Goal kick for the Trojans. Stankovic to take this one. Down the right side, Gearing is there. Gearing played it forward, thinking Hanley was going to take off. Goes out, throw in for the Bulldogs. Owens with it. Good talent going to go chasing after this one. Not able to keep it in. It'll be a throw in North Hardin. Now Matthews with it for the Trojans. Send it forward for Handley. Offsides is called. Free kick, John Hardin. Owens with it, trying to move forward. As they're tangled up, he and Muhammad. Muhammad gets a yellow, so he'll have to step off. So it'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs. So Owens and Sweeney. I'm actually sorry. Owens and Swift lined up. I'm going to ask for their 10. Short shot off the knees of Stankovic. He comes out, slides, and gets the save. As I believe it was Hamed was there. It's going to be a corner kick for the Bulldogs. Manolo Roman will take this one. to come right at the 6. Headed out by Handley. Swift gets there for the Bulldogs. Sends it back towards the middle. Hasune now with it. Matthews gets it back for North. Palumbo now with it. Gearing now has it. And that's going to go over the inline off of a Bulldog. And it will be a corner kick for North Hardin. Gearing will take this one. So that's the far side, headed by Burns, kicked around. It'll be cleared by Hamed up to Francis. Outside for Hamed. North gets it back. Gearing. 3:40 to go in the ball game. Play this back for Merle. Herring plays it to the outside. Now Matthews has it as he comes into the box. And that one will go out off of Swift and be another corner for the Trojans. Gearing to take this one as we hit the 3-minute mark. This one low. And bounced around and out. And they try to send it back in with Gearing. Town unable to keep that one in. Throw in for North. Gearing again with it. Gets it right back. And that goes over the inline and will be a goal kick for John Hardin. Owens with it as he pushes it forward, just going to chip it forward, trying to get it there. Heron knocks it to the outside. Hanley will get to it. Hanley going to send it up the right side. Gathered in by Sweeney. He chips it forward for Hasune, but it's Hanley who gets it for the Trojans. That goes out with a throw in John Hardin. Heron sends that one out. Good throw in again for the Bulldogs. Hanley gets it right back for North. Pena there for the Bulldogs, but Gearing now for the Trojans. A foul and it'll be a free kick for the Trojans. We are under a minute to go in the ball game. Merle to send this one in. 27 seconds to go. They'll just chip it to the outside for Hanley. Sends it forward. Horn with it. And that'll go over the inline. It'll be a corner kick. There's 10 seconds left in the ball game. Hanley quickly going to rush down there. Sends it to the far side, headed, and that goes out. And so our final, North Hardin with the shutout, 2-0 victory over John Hardin. This is a Hardin County Educational and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools. Live Channel 1 programming sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service for all your telecommunication needs. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Ratcliffe, and South Louisville. Online at physicaltherapyky.com. Blue Ribbon Renovations is a new locally owned Mark Harris company offering 0% interest and no payments for 12 months on windows, doors, fences, roofs, decks, siding, and much, much more. To explore your options or schedule your appointment today, call 270-763-3186. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff just south of exit 91 off Interstate 65. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company that has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. And West Point Bank, with 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Ratcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Let us help make life simpler. Hometown banking made simple. Online at westpointbank.com. A reminder, we're back on the air Thursday night at 7:30 as the North Hardin Trojans will take on the Elizabethtown Panthers in 17th District Boys Soccer action. For all of our workers here at HCEC-TV that make this possible, I'm Bobby Thompson saying so long and good night.